Good morning and welcome to the either the final or the last to the final lesson on the Tai Chi Enhanced Pain Management Program. For the last either 4 to 5 weeks, we have been talking about the mind body principles and techniques that are used for pain management, specifically in Tai Chi. Tai Chi Enhanced Pain Management. Week 1, we covered the gate control theory, which talks about how pain has to pass through a gate in your spine. Then we talked about, during that same week, we talked about the biopsychosocial model of pain, which discusses the ways pain can get better or worse. There are biological things, there are psychological things, and there are social things that you have to pay attention to find out if they are helping you or hindering you with your pain management. Then, week 2, we covered the second 2 topics, which were fear avoidance and emotion amplification. And we talked about these multiple times. Fear avoidance is all about not engaging in things that evoke fear of your pain, because that opens up the gate and lets the pain in easier. And then we talked about emotion amplification. That's where we talked about answering the question, how are you doing today? And if your response is not positive, you might as well assume you are amplifying your pain, which you are. Sometimes that's difficult because the pain is real, and it can be so severe that your focus constantly stays on the pain symptoms or the pain sensations. And when that occurs, it's difficult. But you want to try your best to not emotionally amplify the pain symptoms that you may be experiencing. And as you remember, we talked about during that week, fake it till you make it. That's what one of my patients told me. So you want me to fake it till I make it? And the answer is yes. Yes, because if you're able to do that, we know what will happen. Your brain will rewire the circuits that represent pain to something that you can tolerate. The final week, which should have been last week, and in most cases, I would have covered the last 2 topics, which is pain central sensitization. That's the concept of where the pain you can experience the pain for long enough to where it then spreads throughout your entire body and areas hurt that didn't hurt before. That's called central sensitization. And then the final one was the last one we covered last week, and it was the pain reprocessing theory, where we took relax and welcome the day. And then after we did, remember, relax and welcome the day includes A, B, C, and D, which is the advanced one. But A was actively relax, using your mind to flow through your body. That's how you search for any tension you may be holding and you relax it. B, you start the breathing deep and slow, causing the physiological effect of breathing from your abdomen to send a signal up through your what's called the vagus nerve to tell your brain, to tell your body to relax even more. That's B. And then you did C, the slow, controlled movement. That's relax and welcome the day. But in the pain management class, after you did A, actively relax, remember, you take your mind immediately back to the pain area and you try to evoke the pain. If your pain is gone, fantastic. But if it's only been going for a week, you want to put your mind on the area you had the pain and try to evoke the pain. And if you remember last week, we talked about those things that you can do. You want to recognize the pain. You want to analyze the pain. You want to confront the pain. All of this is about letting your brain know you're not afraid of the pain. And then you do that for about 15 to 20 seconds after your mind flows through your body and you do, everything's relaxed. Take your mind immediately to the pain signal, the pain area, and then do all of those things we just talked about. Analyze it, confront it, recognize it, let your brain know you're not afraid of it. Hold that thought for about 15 to 20 seconds. Actually, it's 5 to 10 seconds. Hold that thought on the pain and then immediately shift your focus from the pain to your happy emotion. And last week, I took you to the page that showed the various things you can do. That was the joy or the R or where you may be out at the beach and just kind of sucking in what the atmosphere is on the beach, or you take your joy emotion and you immediately replace the pain sensation with the joy, and then you hold your mind on the joy moment for approximately 15 to 20 seconds. Then you go into, and at the same time, you're breathing. So you begin the breathing at the same time you put your mind on your joyful moment. And then you do C, controlled and coordinated slow movement. Go through that whole thing. We know the routine. That's relax and welcome the day. And then once you're done, the instructor that is with you today is going to take you back through wave hands like clouds. So if you remember last week, we probably did just the arms, where we move the arms. And we start with the right arm first. And then after we get the right arm going, we bring the left arm up and we do wave hands like clouds just with the arms. Once you've gotten comfortable with this, the instructor you're with is going to add the leg portion where you step out to the left. When the right hand comes across your face, you step out, and then the right hand brings your leg in, and then the right hand steps out, and then as it comes down, it brings the leg in. The instructor knows how to do this, and they will walk you through that. And that is the vast majority of what you're going to do today. You want to probably try to get there so you have about 10 minutes. So the instructor, instead of doing the Tai Chi for 10 minutes, you're just going to do relax. You're going to do relax and welcome the day, and then wave hands like clouds for 10 minutes. Now here's the tricky part. You're going to go about 5 to 10 steps in one direction, and then you're going to come back 5 to 10 steps the opposite direction, and then repeat that 5 to 10 steps and then come back. That is going to force you to have to focus really hard on what you're trying to do. And when your focus is on doing the movement, it cannot be on the pain signal. Over time, that process will reprocess the pain signal to not represent pain. Have fun today. I will be back next week. And I'm sorry for missing you this week, but something came up. I couldn't make it. But you're in good hands with whichever instructor has you today. Have an amazing rest of your weekend also.